Hello and welcome back to Triple G Sports Replays. Doing something different today. We're going to do, it's the PLAAY games, Red, White, and Blue Racing. I am replaying the 1992 season. That was the season where there were about 5 cars, all within just a few points going into the end. It was the season that Alan Kulwicki won. It was also the season, and he won the thing. It was also the season, though, where number 28 Davey Allison ran well all year and ended up dying after the season in a helicopter accident of all things. So we're going to do, it's going to be June 14th, 1992. We are at the Pocono International Raceway up in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. And this is going to be the Champion Sparkplug 500. And we did race week and we've got our lineup set. Daryl Waltrip had a really good qualified. He's going to have the pole. He's going to be followed by second is Terry Labonte. Third is Starling Marlin. Fourth will be Harry Gant. Fifth, Jimmy Hensley sneaks up into the top 10. Sixth will be Rusty Wallace. Seventh, Richard Petty. And then eighth, Kyle Petty. Ninth, Ernie Irvin. And 10th, Davey Allison. Earnhardt will be 11th. Elliott looks like he is in 13th spot. Morgan Shepherd is in 18th. Kenny Schrader is going to be in towards the back end, as long as Dale Jarrett and Derek Cope. So that's kind of where we're going to start at. Just to give you a heads up, Terry Labonte in second was knocked out of a race by Brett Bodine, so that feud's going to carry over. And we got a couple people mad at number 8, Dick Trickle. We got number 2, Rusty Wallace, and we got number 22. Where is he? Sterling Marlin. So we'll see if those things carry over. The one thing we did have from race week is we had an altercation between pit crews between Sterling Marlin's and Richard Petty. So we'll see if that carries over. So we are going to get the green flag and we're racing. All right, that's going to be a 3-11. So 3 is going to be middle group. 11 is going to be star. So who has the star quality? Well, Morgan Shepherd does. So he needs a 4. And he gets it. He's going after spot 2 with a 6. And so he will swap with Marlin. Bodine has the star quality. He needs a 4. He gets it. And he's going to swap with the 6 Carpetti. Oops, hang on here. There we go. There. Michael Waltrip has the star. That's a 3. That'll be enough for number 3, but Gant's got a chip. Well, number 1, he doesn't even need it. No, he doesn't. He's got 1, 2, 3 breaks, so he fends him off. Bill Elliott is a star. He gets the 5. He's going after car 3 with a 2. That's not enough to get past Gant. Dale Earnhardt's a star. He needs a 5. He gets it. He's going after car 5 with a 4. That'll be enough. So him and Rusty Wallace will take spots. Earnhardt moves up to 6. Davey Allison's got 2 stars. 4 is enough. He's going after car 3 with a 5. That's enough, but Gant will use his chip to fend him off. So he'll get another chance. 2 is enough. Going after car 6 with a 2. 1, 2, not enough. Ernie Irvin has 2 stars. And so a 2 will work. He's going after car 4 with a 1. That's not enough. Second chance for Irvin. 5 is enough. He's going after car 4 with a 4. And so he will swap spots with Jimmy Hensley and move up to 5th. And Kyle Petty is a star. He needs a 5 and he gets it. Going after car number 4 with a 1. That won't be enough. So we have chewed through 4 laps and we still got Dale Waltrip leading. All right, next roll. A 1 will be the top group and a 4 will be reflex. So Dale Earnhardt has a reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. Waltrip has reflex 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be enough to fend him off. Harry Gant has a reflex. That's a 5. He gets a 4, but he's only got 3, and Waltrip's got a reflex. He needs 4 to get past him. You need a 5 or a 6, plus he's got a chip. And Terry Labonte's got a reflex. He needs a 4 on his gas. He gets it, but he only gets a 4 on the blue. He will use his chip, and he will use his chip. I always use chips. I'm sorry, but I know if it's odd or even, I don't care. If you're racing hard. So all the chips are gone, and we will stay another 4 laps. And Waltrip is still our leader. All right. We got a 2, which is top group, and we've got a 5, which, can you see those dice? Yeah, you can. We got a 5, which will be the TV plus a problem at the end. So Bodine's a TV. So he needs a 4 gas. He gets it. But Waltrip's got a TV plus the stuff. You need a 5 or 6 to get past him. He holds him off. Harry Gant's a TV. We had 11 TVs, by the way. Needs a 5 gas. Gets it. And he will get past Waltrip and take the lead. So Harry Gant is going to get by. And then we got Terry Labonte. He needs a 4. Does not get it. So we are through 12 laps, and Harry Gant is your new leader. All right. And we got to have a problem. So let's figure out who's going to have the problem. Got to roll red and white. The red die will dictate the problem. Unless it's doubles, then it's the leader. And it's doubles. It's Harry Gant. So just as he gets by, we get a problem. What's your problem there, Harry? 21. Cut tire causes wreck. Out of the race. Yellow flag. And so he's out. And that will be a yellow. And it's not a trouble, so I'm not gonna have other people. So he's gonna lead for just 1 lap. And we got a yellow flag. We're going to call it on lap 12. Number 33, cut tire, and he is out. So he goes from first to worst. 33. On an accident. And he made lap 12. So Gant is done for the day. And on a yellow, everyone is going to get to move up. Right, we only have to do the fill-in on trouble. So everyone will move up. Which I don't know if I like that, to be honest. I think we're going to, yeah, I think that's how that works. So everyone gets to move up a slot. It's when we have trouble that you can race to the front to fill gaps, right? I need to double check that quick. I haven't had the leader lose out like that only once. fill in a gap. If yellow, then move the next group drivers. If there's no yellow, then it's gas. So everybody moves up. We're gonna have one less driver out here. So that is correct. If you have a yellow, everyone moves up. And if you don't, then you get to use your gas pedal. And so the new leader is gonna be number 94, Terry Labonte. Bad day for Harry Gant. He's one of my favorites. All right, and he's gonna get the lead for at least 4 laps, and we're back to racing. All right, 5 will be the bottom group. And we've got a 5, which is gonna be TV, and then a problem. We only got one TV driver. It's gonna be Jerry O'Neill. He needs a 2, but he's got a yellow triangle, so he has to avoid the 6. And he gets a 4, so he's going nowhere. And then we need to roll for problem down there. So who's gonna have our problem? 31. It's gonna be driver 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got Ted Musgrave has a problem. What's the problem? 62. Clutch problem. Roll for repair. Repairs at Pocono. We lose one on the roll. So he's an A pit crew. We're in the first third. So 11, he needs a 10 or less. And we're gonna get a 2. So he's right back out, but he is gonna be sliding to the back. So everyone else will move up. All right. And we're through 20 laps. All right, and 6 is going to be a duel. 6 will be number 6 in the top group. So that's going to be Kyle Petty. And I believe he can go after anyone he wants. So he's going to go and try to outduel Morgan for second. So he needs to get a 5, which he does. He's gonna win the duel, pick up a chip. Now, can Shepard escape? He's gonna need a 7, and he does not. So he does not escape. And so he is gonna get collected, and we're gonna have another yellow. And that's gonna make him a little mad today at number 42 going forward. And since there's a yellow, you just move up, and there's no reason to collect anyone else in that top group. So let's get everyone moved up. Second driver out of the race. And there we go. All right. So we're going to say that's going to be on lap 22. Number 21. Lose. Duel to number 42. He is going to be out. So that'll be an accident on, we said, lap 22. So we're gonna have one yellow, so we're gonna pit under yellow. All right, so let's roll for the pits. All right, so we got a 6, and we got a 5. So 6 are gonna be TV drivers and leader if it's a TV driver, and it is. So all TV drivers will get a chance for chips, except you don't in the bottom group. And car number 1 and 4 are going to swap. 1 and 4. Can you use a chip on that? performance chips. Yep, you get to. No, that's just if it's a challenge. You only get to maintain that on a challenge in a pit. So you're gonna keep your chip. And then cars 1 and car 4 down here. All right, now let's check performance chips. Okay, we've got Mike Potter for his fast Pete needs a 4. Nope. Sterling Marling needs an 8. He gets it. Rusty Wallace needs a 8, and he gets it. Davey Allison, fast pit needs a 10. He will get it. He will get it. Dick Trickle needs a 7. Nope. Richard Petty needs a 5. Nope. Brent Bodine needs a 7. He will get it. Darrell Waltrip needs an 8. Nope. And Terry Labonte needs an 8. And he will get it. Okay, so now we need to move everybody up. And we'll do the same here in this front group. And then we're going to see who is going to challenge for the lead. Car number 3, he's got his 2, but you've got a chip, so he's going to keep his lead. All right, and so now we're through 28 laps, and Labonte still in the lead. And we're back to green flag racing. A 6 will be a duel, and 8 is going to be number 6 cars in the middle. So we're down here. So we'll start with Ricky Rudd. He's got a 4. He's going to go after Rick Mast, the way it looks. All these guys got chips. He's a, yeah, well, he might, his escape, yeah, he's going to try to go after Elliott. All right, so he needs to get a 4 on his pedal. He does. So him and Elliott will swap. Now, Elliott needs a 10 to escape, and he gets that, but he will be fuming. Alan Kulwicki, Ford, is going to go after Rick Mass, so he needs a 5 on the gas. He gets it. Mass needs a 7 to escape, and he does. So those two will swap, and Mass is going to be fuming. And that'll take care of that turn. All right. And 1 will be the top group. 9 will be heat. So Jimmy Hensley has heat. He's going to need a 4 on his pedal. That's a 3. He's going, and a 1 will not be enough. You're going to need a 5 or a 6 to get Labonte out of here. Waltrip has heat. He needs a 5. Nope, that's a 6. Let's see. Irvin has heat. That's a 5. He gets it, and 1 won't be enough to dislodge him. Brett Bodine has heat. That's a 4. Gets it. A 2 is not enough, but Bodine will use his chip and is going to move into first place. So car number 26 is going to move in there. And then we got heat on Petty, and he's got a 5. He gets it, and a 6 is not enough, so Bodine's not there long, and Kyle Petty takes over in first place. So that's laps 32. Let's just say lap 34, and right, so 20. That's We're through 36 laps. We're seeing lap 35 and 36, so we're through 36 laps and out of 200, and Kyle Petty is your new leader. All right, and let's see here. Now we're gonna go, a 4 is the middle group, and a 7 will be skill. So Elliot has skill. He needs a 5, and he gets it. He's going after car 3, and no 5 there. They will swap, and so Elliot scoots all the way up to 4th place. All right, we said we needed skill. Potter's got skill, but he's got a yellow, so he needs a 3, but no 1, 2, 3, but no 6, and he got a 6. So he's gonna have a problem. And so what's the problem for Potter? 32. Loosen the turn to the end of the bottom group. So he's going to shuffle all the way down there. There's no yellow. And so we need to see who's going to fill. I believe that stops the challenges. If you get if you're challenging, if you get a problem, oh wait. No, there's no yellow, so we will continue our challenges. So let's get through the rest. So we got to find skill. Martin has skill. 3 is enough. He's going after car number 5 with a 5. That will be enough to swap them out. So wall trip slips. Skill. Kelwicki has skill. We need a 5. We get it. Going after car 6, so they will swap. Skill. Sterling Marlin has skill. We need a 5. Got it. He's going after car number 2. And they will swap out. So Labonte slips back to 10th. Rusty Wallace has skill. He needs a 5. We get it. Going after car 5 with a 1 won't be enough, but he will use his chip. And so he will swap spots with Mark Martin. And Davey Allison has 2 skill, so he could go challenge. All right, he's got a 5. He's going after car 3 with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. But he'll use his chip to get up to 4th. But now he's going to challenge Petty. He's got a 5 on skill. Nope, that's not enough. So we're through 40 laps. All right, now we got to fill. So Schrader's got a 5, and that's enough. So he will move up. And everyone else will slide up. And we're going to do this. 4. All right. So like I said, we're through 40 laps now with Kyle Petty, your leader. All right. 2 will be the top group, and 6 will be star quality. So Kolwicki's a star. He needs a 5. He gets it. Petty's got a 1, 2, 3. We need a 5 or above, which you got, but Petty can use his chip to fight him off. All right. Dale Earnhardt's a star. He needs a 5 on the gas. He gets it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, Petty. You got to have a 5 or a 6 on the blue to beat Petty. Allison's going to get 2 shots at him. He's 2 star. That's a 3 on a 5. He does. And so Davey Allison will move into first. Sterling Marlin's a star. Now, for Allison, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't have a 6, so it's you got to. The most you can have is five brake pedals. He would theoretically have 6, so you've got to get a 6 to beat him. Sterling Marlin needs 5 on the gas. He gets it, but that's a 3, but he'll use his chip. So Sterling Marlin will get up into first place. And star, we've got Brett Bodine with a star. So he needs a 4. And we got it. But Marlin with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, and that's a 5. So he's going to swap out. So now Bodine will get into first. So a lot of changes here in laps 41 through 44. Some of these guys only get in it for a lap, but a lot of back and forth. Okay. So we're through 44 laps, and your new leader is Brett Bodine. All right. 2 will be top group. 7 will be skill. So Kulwicki has skill. He needs a 5. He gets it, and a 6 will stop anything. So he is going to be your new leader. Rusty Wallace has skill. He needs a 5. And he gets it. But Ella Kulwicki, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a 6 to get him out, and he's safe. All right, Kyle Petty has a skill. We need a 5. And then but you also have to have a blue 6. So we get the 5, don't get the 6. Davey Allison has 2 skills. He'll get 2 shots at him. So he needs a 5. He gets it, but a 4 is not enough. One more try. He gets the 5. Does he? And skill? Nope, he needs a 6. So Alan Kulwicki holds him off. Sterling Marlin has a 5. He gets it, but not enough. So Kulwicki gets the lead early on lap 45 and holds it. So we're through 48. And we've had 2, 4, 6, 9 different leaders in the race. Okay. This time we're going to go top group. Oh, and it's 4 reflex, but we got doubles. And so doubles on a challenge mean right. Is doubles on a challenge a problem? I gotta double check. Let's see. Triples mean there's a problem. No way. There's the italics. If we roll doubles, there's an extra problem at the end of the turn. That's what it is. So there will be an extra problem. So we start with reflex. And Rusty Wallace has the reflex, so he needs a 5, but you're going to need a 6 to get Kulwicki out of there. He gets 3, but no 6. Earnhardt has a reflex, so that's going to be a 5. He gets it, and he gets the 6, so he's going to scoot past Kulwicki, and Earnhardt will be your new leader. Okay, we need reflex. Davey Allison has a reflex, that's a 5. He gets it, but a 1 won't beat anybody. And that's it. So we're through lap 52, and it looks like on lap 49 is where Waltrip passed. All right. So now we got to figure out the problem, and the way I'm gonna start doing, I was gonna do this earlier, is if there's a problem, if the black die's even, we're gonna look for the triangles. So an even triangle means the highest triangle has a problem, and they've all gotten down to the bottom the way it looks. So our highest triangle is gonna be Davy Marcus. So Dave Marcus, what's your problem gonna be? A 51. He's going to spin and drop to the front of the bottom group, but he's already there. So he's going to spin and move to the end of the bottom group. Everybody else in that group just moves up. So he's going to spin out, move to the end of the pack. All right, now keep racing. A 1's the top group. A 6 is going to be star quality. So Bodine's a star, but so is Earnhardt. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a 5 or a 6 to knock Earnhardt out on the blue die. Bodine's a star. He needs a 4 or less on the red. He gets it, but Earnhardt holds him off. Colwicky's a star. He needs a 5. Gets it, and he gets a 5 on Earnhardt. So he will swap spots back with Earnhardt. Petty's a star. He's going to need a 5. And he gets a 6. Davey Allison's a star 2 times. He's going to get 2 tries. He gets the 1, but Colwicky the 1 won't get any 1. And he gets a 4. Colwicky on a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, you got to have a 6 to knock him out. And Sterling Marlin has a star, so he needs a 5 with a blue 6. And gets it, but not there. So end of the turn. And now we're through 60 laps. And looks like lap 57 is where the change happened. Colwicky takes over on lap 58. But like I say, we're through 60. Almost a third of the way there. All right. And this time 6 will be a duel. And 8 is going to be number 6 in the middle. So we're going to start with Kenny Schrader. He's got a 5 in the Chevy. Is he mad at anybody? No. So he's going to go, but he's only got a 5 on escape. So he better make it if he's going to do it. He's going to give her a try, and he's going to go after Bill Elliott. Elliott's already fuming. So can he get his 5 on the red? He does. Can Elliott get a 10 to escape? And he does. Elliott's pretty laid back, but he's still fuming. Ernie Irvin, he's got a 5 with a 6 escape. He's in a Chevy. He's going to go after Mark Martin. He's not mad at anyone. So Irvin needs a 5. He gets it. Now Mark Martin, he needs an 8 to escape. And he gets it, so he's going to be fuming. All right, we're through 64 laps, and it's time for the pits. So 5 on the pits is going to be the top and the bottom get 2. And we got 6s, which means there's a pit violation. So the car's number 6. The 6 is in the pit violation, right? Pit violation will be, I believe it's all, is it the number 6 is in both groups. So we're gonna have a pit violation on both. We gotta verify that, but I'm almost positive that is correct. Pit turns. It could affect multiples. We gotta make sure we're doing it right. Let's see. Let's verify. Come on, where's pit violations? I'm sure I'm right. I just want to make sure I'm right. I don't see it in a fast scan, but I know I'm right. So we're gonna have Bodine goes to the back. Martin and Elliott go to the back. And so we've already got Martin and Elliott. We're gonna have number 26, Fuman, as well. And this is not under a yellow. So first we're gonna do before I move everybody up, first we're gonna figure out who gets their performance chips. So we're gonna start here, fast pit, Mass to 6. Nope. Waltrip needs an 8. Yes, he gets one. All right, Dick Trickle needs a 7. No. Richard Petty needs a 5. No. Michael Waltrip needs a 6. Yes, he gets one. Jimmy Hensley needs a 6. He will get one. Ricky Rudd needs an 8. He will get one. Terry Labonte needs an 8. He will get one. Ernie Irvin needs a 8. He barely gets one with a 7. Kenny Schrader needs a 7. He will get a 3, so they all will get one. We're gonna move over here for Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace needs an 8. He will grab one. Dale Earnhardt needs an 8. Nope, that's a 10. Kyle Petty needs a 9. He will get one. Davey Allison needs a 10. He will get one. And Sterling Marlin needs an 8. Nope, he has 11. Alan Colwick, he has a 10. And that's a 7, so he'll get one. All right, so we're gonna move racers up. All right. Now we're going to see who's gonna challenge. Car number 2 with a 5, that's enough, but Colwicky will use his chip to hold him off. All right, now we need to fill. So Schrader needs to get a 5, and he doesn't. Ernie Irvin needs a 5. He gets it, so Ernie Irvin's gonna move up. All right, now we gotta see, well, Hud Strickland needs a 4 to move into the middle group. He will get it. Bobby Hamilton needs a 3. He will not. Greg Sachs needs a 4. He will move into the middle group. Jimmy Means needs a 2, but do not get a 6. He gets a 3. Chad Little, haven't said him, he needs 3. No. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 5. He will get it and move up. So, there's how we're gonna fill. 3, you're gonna move up. We're gonna move you guys down. And you guys are gonna move back here. All right, so we said doing pits, we're going to say on lap 66, we had pit violations on 26, 6, and 11. All right, we are 1/3 of the way through this race. Your current leader, Alan Kulwicki in the Hooters Ford. All right. A1 is the top group, and an 11 is star quality. So Ernie Irvin's a star 2 times. He needs a 5. He gets it. Ellen Kulwicki is a star. She needs a 6 to beat him. That's not a 6, but he gets a second chance. He gets the 4. That's enough, but not enough there. So he's just going to use his chip, and he is going to move into first place. So he will lead for the first time. Earnhardt's a star. He needs a 5, and he gets it, and he needs to beat a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will pass up Irvin, and he will regain the lead. Rusty Wall. See, Kyle Petty's a star, so he's going to need a 5. He gets it, but a 2 is not enough to take out Earnhardt, but he'll use his chip. And so he will regain the lead. A lot of swapping going on here. Marlin is a star. That's going to be a 5. He gets it. 1's not enough. Davey Allison's a star 2 times. He's going to get 2 shots, plus he's got a chip. So he's going to get it. It's just a win. So Allison with a 5. He gets it, and 6 is enough, so he gets to keep his chip. And so lots of action here. Lap 69, we see Ernan get the lap. Lap 70, it's Earnhardt. Lap 71, it's Petty. Lap 72, it takes over by Davey Allison. A lot of jogging around here, getting control. All right. 4 will be the middle, and a 6 is going to be a rare. And we're going to have an extra problem at the end. So for rare, we're rare in the middle group. So we got to figure out, first let's roll what the rare is. 41 says Surge, driver's going to move to the top group. Now we got to figure out who that's going to be. So in the middle group, we need to roll red and white. 65 is going to be 6 odd. 6 odd is Jeffrey Bodine. He is going to surge to the top group. Now we need to figure out. Now we got to roll 1 die to determine who in the top group is displaced. So we're going to roll 1 die. Car number 6 is Kulwicki, and he's just going to shuffle down back a spot is what it's going to result in. Oops, come on. I've thought about buying the mats just to keep things from sliding around like that. So a big surge by Jeffrey Bodine, and he gets up near the top end. But we've got a problem, and it was even. So problem even is going to be the highest triangle. Do we have any triangles here? Have scooted into the middle? No. So it's going to be Jimmy Means. Okay, what's your problem, Jimmy? 43. Overheating, roll for repair. If you got a pit crew A or B, the problem does not occur. Well, you got a pit crew E. So we're in the middle third of the race, and you're overheating. And E problem in the middle, you're done. Race is over. So we're going to say be 70, lap 74, we'll say car number 52 is overheating and out. So he had a problem with the radiator. And so Jimmy Means is done. Everyone else will scoot up. All right, we're through 76 laps. 2 is top. 8 is going to be a control check. All right, so Allison's got a control, so he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a 6 blue just to get him out of here. So control, Jeffrey Bordine's got control. He needs a 5. He gets it, but a 5 is not enough to knock out Allison. Dale Earnhardt has a control. He needs a 5. That's a 6. Sterling Marlin's got a control. He will need a 5. That's a 5, but a 2 is not enough. And Kyle Petty has a control. He needs a 5. He's got a 6. So no action on that turn. We are 80 laps out of 200. And Davey Allison in the Texaco Havoline Ford is in first. All right. 4 will be middle, and 8 is going to be for control. So Greg Sachs has control. He needs a 4. That's a 5. Hut Strickland has control. He needs a 4. He gets it, going after car number 2 with a 4, and that'll be enough. So Hut Strickland's going to scoot all the way to 3rd place. Rick Mast needs a 3. He will not get it. Dick Trickle has a 4. He will get it, going after car number 2 with a 5, and he will knock out Strickland and get up to 3rd. Darrell Waltrip has a control. He needs a 5. That's a 6. He was going after car 2. He's going to use his chip and take over the 3rd spot. Michael Waltrip has a 4 on control. He gets it. Going after car number 3. He will sneak through and keep his chip, and Dale Earnhardt goes back. Jimmy Hensley does have a control. He needs a 4. Gets a 3. He's going after car 2 with a 3. 1, 2, 3 is enough. He'll use his chip and knock Waltrip back. Take over 3rd spot. Ricky Rudd has control. He needs a 4. He does not get it. He was going after car 4 with a 5. He's going to use his chip. He'll use his to defend. Labonte has control. That's a 4. He gets, triples. So if I remember right, triples, things stop. No challenge. Find a problem for the challenging driver and then continue the challenges. So Terry Labonte is going to have a problem, and that blue chip is not going to help you with a problem. All right, 55. Odd problem. Crew pit A or B, the problem does not occur, and he's got an A, so he lucks out. He will stay right there. And the last one with control is Alan Kulwicki. That's a 5. He gets a 3. He's going after car 3 with a 2, which is not enough. So we've gone through 84 laps. Davey Allison still holding out with a big lead. All right. 6 is going to be a duel, and 11 7 is going to be the number 3 cars in the middle. So we're going to have these two right here. Earnhardt's a 5, Chevy. He's going to go after Kowicki. He's not mad at anybody in particular, so he needs a 5. He has a 6. Now, can he escape himself? He needs a 10, and he does. Dale Waltrip. He's gonna try this. He's gonna try going after Kowicki with a 5. He gets it. Kowicki needs a 9 to escape, and he does, but he will be fuming. All right. And what's our next challenge gonna be? 2 will be the top. A 4 is going to be reflex. So Bode has got a reflex. Now Allison's got a reflex. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a blue 6 to knock Allison out. Plus he's got a chip. So 2 reflex chances for Bode. He needs a 5. He gets it, but a 1 won't do it. Chance number 2. Gets a 4, but a 2 won't do it. Rusty Wallace has a reflex. We need a 5. He gets it, but a 1 isn't doing anything. And that's it for that round. So Davey Allison continues to hold a big lead through 92 laps. All right. So let's see, he's got to be getting close to, if you hold it for 10 turns, you get a performance chip. And let's see, he took over lap 72. No, he's about halfway there. All right. A 1's the top group, and a 5 is going to be TV and add a problem at the end. Well, the only TV driver in the top group is Rusty Wallace. He needs a 5. He rolls a 6. So that's going to be it. We're going to have a problem. And so, a problem in the top group. And so the problem is going to be car number 1, Kyle Petty. And what's your problem there, Kyle? 34. He's tight on the track. Drop to the front of the bottom group. So the front of the bottom. He's going all the way down here. There is no yellow, so everyone's going to move up, and we're going to need to use gas pedals. So Daryl Waltrip, you need a 5. You get it. You're going to move up into the top group. Bobby Hamilton with a 3. Nope. Chad Little with a 3. Nope. Wally Dallenbach with a 3. Nope. Dale Jarrett with a 4. And he will sneak up to 19th spot. Okay. And Jarrett started the race in 32nd. He's up to 19th. Okay, 4 is the middle group. And 5 is TV plus a problem at the end. So let's start TV. Sterling Marlin. He needs a 5. He gets it, going after car 2 with a 5 will automatically take it, but Michael Waltrip will use his chip to hold him off. Richard Petty needs a 4. He gets it, going after car 1 with a 4. He will work his way all the way up to 2nd place. Jimmy Hensley was in 2nd. Dick Trickle needs a 4. He gets it. going after car 2. Nothing's going to stop him on that 6. So Dick Trickle makes his way to 3rd. And then we got Terry Labonte. He needs a 4. He rolls a 6, but he was going after car 2. He is going to use his chip and swap spots with Darrell Waltrip. And we said we got a problem now in this group. So let's identify the car. 35 in the middle group is going to be odd 3. So 3 odd. Michael Waltrip's got a problem. What's your problem, Michael? 13. Multiple problems. Unable to continue. And so the Pontiac, the Pennzoil Pontiac is going to be out. So this is going to be, boy, we're all the way up to 100 laps. We're going to say it's lap 99. And number 30 has multiple problems, and he is out. And that's going to allow people to move up. And now we get to use the gas. So can Penny get back into the middle group? He needs a 5, and he does. So we've got 4 racers out of the race. Multiple problems from Michael Waltrip. And like I say, we're through 100 laps of 250. Okay, number 2 is the top group. Number 7 is going to be skill. So who's got skill? Ernie Irvin's got skill. He's going to need a 5. But Davey Allison's got 2 skills, so you're going to need a 6 to get him out. So Irvin gets a 6? No. Rusty Wallace has a skill. He needs a 5. Gets it, but a 5 on Allison is not enough. And that's it. Allison continues to hold the lead. And it's time for pits. And we're going to be doing in-race pits. So 5 in the pits will be both groups and the leader. Cars 1 and 2 are going to swap. And now everyone in the top and middle group gets a fast pit check. So we're going to start with Kyle Petty needs a 9. He gets it. Daryl Jarrett needs a 6. Nope. Greg Sachs, he needs a 5. And he manages to get it. Sterling Marlin needs an 8. He barely gets it. Rick Mass needs a 6. Nope. Jimmy Hensley needs a 6. No. Hut Strickland needs a 6. No. No. Dale Earnhardt needs an 8. Yes. Darrell Waltrip needs an 8. Yes, he gets 1. Kenny Schrader needs a 7. No. Alan Colwicky needs a 10. He gets 1. And Ricky Rudd needs an 8. And he gets 1. All right, top group. Terry Labonte needs an 8. He will barely get it. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 7. He gets it. Ernie Irvin will need an 8. He gets an 8. Rusty Wallace needs an 8. He gets it. Richard Petty needs a 5. No. Dick Trickle needs a 7. Gets it. And Davey Allison needs a 10. And he gets it. He's got 2 chips. He is going to be one difficult guy to get out of here. All right, so let's move everybody up based on their chips. A lot of fast pits there. But everyone's got one. It's going to be hard to do any movement. Everyone's going to be fighting them off. Okay, pits are done. We're through 108 laps. Davey Allison still hanging on here. I think if he holds on for another one, he might have had his 10 turns, and that's a performance chip. All right. And, oops. We're going to group 1, top, and 11 will be your star. So the star quality now. Davey Allison's got 2 stars, so you need a 6 to get him out. Plus, you probably got to have some chips because he's got 2. So who's the star? Well, Richard Petty's a star. He's the star. Okay, he needs a 4. And he gets he gets triples. So, triples, there's no challenge. We got to find a problem for the driver. All right, Richard, what's your problem? A 21 will be cut tire causes wreck, out of the race, yellow flag. Yellow flag, no more challenges. So we're on lap, call it 110. Get a yellow. So it's going to be number 43, cut, tire, out. And so that STP Pontiac is done for the day. And that was accident. We said on lap, we're going to call it a lap 110. Yellow, everyone just moves up. All right, and that just means Bobby Hamilton will move up. So we'll get everyone sliding up a spot. All right. Now let's just double check this. Davey Allison has been leading a good chunk of the race. He took over in lap 72. We are now through 116. So he's had it for more than 40. So he gets another bonus chip because he's led for at least 10 turns. He is going to be one hard SOB to get out of the front unless, knock on wood, he doesn't have a problem. All right. So we are going to drop the flag. We're off to green flag racing. We're going to have a 6, which is a dual. And we're going to have 9. That was a 6. 9 will be number 5 in the middle. So we're going to be looking at this batch of drivers here. And, I mean, who are you going to go after here? Darryl Jarrett, you got a 4 with an escape of 9. And that's a Chevy. Hensley, I think he's going to not. Hensley, he can do 4. Escape of 10, going up against Hut Strickland. I mean, he's not going to try these guys. They can stop it with their chips. You got to go here. It's only one spot, but he's got a 10 escape. He's going to give her a try. So first, can you get the 4? And you don't. So now you got to roll your 10 to escape. And you do. And no harm, no foul. We're through 120 laps. And Davey Allison is still well out in the lead, followed by Dick Trickle, Rusty Wallace, Ernie Irvin, and Jeff Bodine in your top 5. All right, 5 will be bottom group. We haven't had a bottom group challenge. And it's going to be 10, which will be smarts. So who down here is smart? Well, hey, Bill Elliott, way down at the end of the pack is smart. He needs a 5 to get back up into that middle group. He gets it. He's going after car number 4 odd. 4 odd is Hut Strickland, and he is not smart, so he is going to swap, and Hut Strickland's going to fall all the way to the tail end. Mark Martin is smart. He's going to need a 4 or a 5. He gets it. Going after 1 odd is Schrader with a 1, and he's going to use his chip to hold him off. All right, so Brett Bodine is smart. He needs a 4. He gets it. Going after 5 odd is Dale Jarrett with a 2, and that's enough to swap places with Jarrett. Dave Marcus is smart. He needs a 3, but needs to avoid a 6. He gets a 4. Mike Potter's smart. He has a 3, but needs to avoid a 6. And he does. Going after 6 odd is Bobby Hamilton, and that blue 5 will beat him. So he will move into the middle group. Ted Musgrave is smart. Needs a 4. Gets a 1. Going after 5 odd is Brett Bodine, and he will swap spots. Jim Hilton smart. It's a 2, but he's got to get a 2 or he's done. 1 or a 2, and that's a 5. So he's going to be out. And then Jerry O'Neill is smart. He needs a 2, but avoid a 6. Nope. Jimmy Horton is smart. Needs a 2, but avoid a 6. He does. He's going after 6 odd. Mike Potter. And they will swap. Who else is smart? Derek Cope is smart. He needs a 3. Gets it. Going after 4 odd. 4 odd is Bill Elliott. He will swap spots with Bill. Wally Dallenbach is smart. He needs a 3. He gets it. Going after 2 odd. So 2 odd is Earnhardt. Earnhardt will use his chip to hold him off. And that's it for that challenge. And so we're going to say basically lap 121, number 48, out on red triangle. Call that lap 121. Okay. So we've got 6 drivers out of the race. Okay, 3 is middle group. 8 is control. So who's got the control? Rick Mass has control, so he's going to need a 3. They all got chips. It's going to take a while to chew through these guys. He gets his 3, going after 1. And Trickle has 3 control, so he can just fight him off, save his chip. Ted Musgrave has control, so we need a 4. And we get it. Going after car 6 with a 6, but Ricky Rudd will use his chip to hold him off. Jimmy Hensley has control. He needs a 4. Gets a 6. All right, Derek Cope needs a 3. Gets a 6. Kyle Petty has control. Needs a 5. Gets the 3. Going after car 6 with a 6. He will swap and keep his chip. Greg Sachs has control with a 4. That's a 6. He would have challenged car 6, and so he would have challenged, he would have defended, Here again, I don't care if it's odds or evens. These guys are racing, and they're going to wear each other down by racing. Looking for those spots. Sterling Marlin has control. That's a 5. He gets it. Going after car 6 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. He will do that and keep his chip. Dale Earnhardt has control. He's a 5. He gets it. Going after car 4 with a 4. 1. No, so Bodine will use his chip to fend him off. Darrell Waltrip has control. That's a 5. He will get it. Going after car 6 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. He wins. Or he doesn't win. Use the chip. Use the chip. And finally, Alan Kulwicki needs a 5. Gets the 4. Going after car 4 with a 6 will do that. So we're through that turn. And here again, we've got Davey Allison way out in front. All right, we're going to do 2 is the top group. 7 is skill. Sterling Marlin has skill. He needs a 5, but Davey Allison has 2 skills. So basically you need a 6 blue plus whittle away at his blues. So first off, Marlin with a 5. He gets a 6. Terry Labonte has control. He needs a 4. He gets it, but a 1 won't do it. Alan Kulwicki has control. He needs a 5. He gets it, but he doesn't need the 1. He'll use his chip to take him over. He'll use 1 to defend. That's the only way to get rid of Allison as your leader. Who else has control? Dick Trickle up in 2nd place has control. He needs a 4. And that's a 6. But he's going to use his chip. He will use to defend. And we have whittled down Allison's lead. He's starting to come back to the rest of the pack. And we are on lap 132. We're 2/3 of the way through this race. All right. 2 will be the top group. 6. That was a 4. 6 will be star quality. So Sterling Marlin's a star, but so is Davey Allison 2 times. So you need a blue 5 to knock him out. Marlin needs a 5 on the red. He gets it. He will defend him off. Who else is a star? Terry Labonte's a star. He needs a 4. He gets it, but a 5 is not enough to get Allison out. Alan Kulwicki's a star. He needs a 5. He gets it, and he gets the 6. Allison uses his last chip to defend. And Ernie Irvin's got 2 stars. So he needs a 5. He gets it. Allison stops him with a 3. But Irvin's going to try again. Since he has the 2 stars, he'll save the chip on the last time here. So he needs a 5. Nope, he'll use his chip though to take him over. So Ernie Irvin finally wrestles the lead back from Davey Allison. And that is the last challenge for the turn. And so we're through 136 laps. It took 135 to knock Davey Allison out of the lead. He had the lead for 64 of the 250 laps just on that one turn. All right. Or of the 200 laps. Okay. 2 will be top group. 9 will be heat. Who's got heat? Sterling Marlin has heat. He needs a 5. He gets it. Irvin's got heat, but no gas. You have to have a 4 or better, and you did. So Marlin will beat out Ernie Irvin, and he will take the lead. Who else has heat? Rusty Wallace has heat 2 times. So he needs a 5. He gets it. Marlin has 1, 2, you need a 5. Rusty Wallace will use his chip, and Rusty will get his way into first. And then Trickle has heat. He needs a 4. He gets it, but Wallace will hold him off. And so we are through 140 laps, and Rusty Wallace is your new leader. Second place, Dick Trickle. Third place, Sterling Marlin. Fourth place, Davey Allison. Fifth place, Alan Kulwicki. 140 out of 200 to go. 60 laps left. All right, so 2 is top, and 10 is smart, and we're gonna have a problem at the end. So we're going for smarts. Ernie Irvin is smart 2 times. So that's a 2, that's enough. Rusty Wallace is smart once, and so that's not enough. So Ernie Irvin will get the lead right back. Terry Labonte's smart. He needs a 4. That's a 5. But he will use his chip to overtake Irvin, and Labonte will get back up into the lead. Who else is smart? Kulwicki's smart. He needs a 5. He gets it, and he will offset Terry Labonte, and Kulwicki will scoot up to the front. Who else is smart? That is it for the smarts. And now we got to figure out, there's a problem up here in the top group. Or no, there's a problem, so we're going to take even. It's going to be the highest triangle. Who's the highest triangle in the race? Jimmy Horton. So Horton's going to have a problem. 55 is odd problem. A crew pit A or B stops it. He's got an E. So we need to go to odd problem. 15, driver air to the end of the bottom group. So you're going to go to the end of the bottom. There is no yellow, so we can race to fill. So Chad needs a 3 red. Nope. Well, Dallenbach needs a 3, and he gets it. And there we go. And so we're through lap 144. And our new leader, Alan Kulwicki, in the Hooter Ford, followed by Dick Trickle, Sterling Marlin, Davey Allison, Terry Labonte. All right, and that's going to be time for green flag pit stops. 1 is going to be the top group and leader. And then we got 1 and 6 are going to swap. And now we're going to do fast pits for the top. So Dick Trickle needs a 7, gets an 8. Ernie Irvin needs an 8, gets a 9. Terry Labonte needs an 8, he gets a 2. Davey Allison with a 10, gets a 5. Sterling Marlin with an 8, gets a 6. Rusty Wallace with an 8, gets a 3. And Alan Kulwicki with a 10 gets a 3. No reason to shuffle, they're all there. Now then, who is going to challenge Kulwicki for coming out of the pit? Car number 6 with a 2 is enough. Kulwicki will hold him off. And so we're through the pit challenges. Kulwicki still in the lead, followed by Rusty Wallace with that quick maneuver out of the pit to pull into second. And he is followed by Sterling Marlin, Davey Ellison, Terry Labonte. All right, 3 is middle group, and a 3 is problem. So we need to see who in the middle group has the problem. 36 will be 3 even. 3 even, Kyle Petty. What's your problem, Kyle? 35 will be tight in the turn to the end of the bottom group. And so he is going to slip all the way back. And that's going to give these guys a chance to race into the middle group. Chad Little needs a 3, gets a 4. Bill Elliott needs a 5, and he will sneak in there. And those drivers that had that pit violation, Bodine is still, and Martin, they're still sitting way back there towards, and Jared, they're still in the back there. Okay. Next challenge is going to be 3 is the middle, 4 is reflex. So who's got reflex? Bill Elliott does. Now he needs a 5. He gets it, going after 4, which is Labonte with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He holds him off, doesn't even need the chip. Kenny Schrader has reflex, needs a 4, or needs a 5, gets a 6. Bodine has 2 reflex, so he needs a 5, gets it, going after car 6. And then he's going to get one more shot now at the leader. Needs a 5. He gets it, but a 1 won't cut it. All right, who else has reflex? Derek Cope has reflex. He needs a 3. Gets a 1. Going after car 2 with a 4. And Marlin will use his chip to hold him off. Ricky Rudd has reflex. Needs a 4. He gets a 5. Dale Earnhardt has reflex, needs a 5. He gets a 6. Darrell Waltrip, DW, needs a 5. He gets a 4, going up to car 1 with a 3. Well, 1, 2, Rusty Wallace will use his chip and hold him off. Wally Dallenbach needs a 3. Gets a 5. And that's the end of that group. And so we do see Jeff Bodine work his way up into the top 10 on those challenges. And our next challenge is going to be a duel, and it's going to be 10, which is going to be the 4 cars in the middle group. And I don't, do we have a, what happens if we roll doubles? So a number 7 on the dual table or doubles means the loser goes to the fuming list. Okay. So we said it was going to be number 4 in the middle. Number 4 in the middle is this group here. Jimmy Hensley with in the Ford with a 4 and a 10 escape. He's going to go after Rick Mast. So he needs a red 4. Gets it. Now then, can Mass escape? He needs a 7. No, he is out. And that will cause a yellow. And he is going to be mad at number 66. Okay, our other driver is Derek Cope in the Chevy. He's got a 3 with a 7 escape. And does he want to go after Dallenbach? This is a 50-50 decision to move up 6 spots. I think he is just going to hold off for now. It's a 50-50 coin toss that you win and that you stay in. So it's about a 1 in 4 you're out of the race. Well, let's give her a try. So he's going to go after Dallenbach. So first off, he needs a 3. No. So now you need a 7 just to escape. And that's a 7. You're barely there. All right. So we're on lap number on lap 158. Number 1, we get a yellow. Number 1 loses duel to number 66, and he is out. That brings out the yellow flag. So car number 1, accident on number 158. And he is going to be feuding with Jimmy Hensley next week. And that'll bring out the yellow. So we're going to be through lap 164 now. Yellow, everybody just moves up. I think we'll leave them that way. Okay. And we're ready for green flag racing. Number 1's the top group. Number 11 is star rating. Are we in the last 10 turns? Yes, we are. So instead, use control now. So we're down to 9 turns to go. So star control rating. Who's got control? Jeffrey Boyden's got control. He's going to need a 5. He gets it. Ella Quicky's got control. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a 6 to knock him out. That's not a 6. Who's got control? Labonte's got control with needs a 4. He gets it. Kalwicki holds him up, but Labonte uses his chip to take over first place. So Labonte, a lot of lead changes here. Davey Allison has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Labonte can stop him with, he needs a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a 6. He stops him, but Allison uses his chip, and Davey Allison is back in first. That Ford Javelin Texaco car having a pretty good day. Sterling Marlin has control. He needs a 5. Gets a 4, and that 6 will knock Allison out. So he will scoot past him. And so now we're through 168 laps. Sterling Marlin is your leader in that Maxwell House Ford. So let's see. We had 145, 140, 47. Okay, so your leader, Sterling Marlin, followed by Rusty Wallace, Davey Allison, Terry Labonte, Alan Kalwicki. All right, next challenge. 1's the top group. 11 is star, but we use control in the last 10. So here again, same groups, using control. We need a 5 for Bodine. He's got it, and he will knock out Sterling Marlin and take over first place. I believe that is the first time Jeffrey Bodine has been in first. He started in 30th. Who else has the control? Alan Colwick has it, so he needs a 5. Gets it, but Bodine 1, 2, 3, you gotta have a 4 or more. That's not enough. Terry Labonte needs a 4. That's a 5. Davey Allison needs a 5. He gets it, and he will knock Bodine out. And that 28 Ford is back in first again. And so we're through 172 laps. And let's see here. 60. So we're 60. We're through 172. All right. With just 7 turns to go. No, knock on wood. We haven't had a trouble yet. All right. Number 3 is the middle group. Number 4 is Reflex. So Bill Elliott has Reflex. He's got a 5. He will get it. Going after car number 5 with a 1 is not enough. Schrader has Reflex. He's got a 5. He'll use it going after car 3, and that 6 will knock him out. Kenny Schrader all the way up to 4th, knocking Labonte back to 17th. Reflex. Dick Trickle has Reflex. He has a 4. Gets it. Going after car number 5 with a 2, and he will sneak past Ernie Irvin for 6th. Reflex. Derek Cope has Reflex. He needs a 3. He gets it. Going after car number 6, and it will knock Sterling Marlin back all the way to 14th now. Ricky Rudd has Reflex with a 4. He gets it, but car number 3 will hold him off. Dale Earnhardt has Reflex. He needs a 5. He uses it. Going after car 6 with a 4. He will swap spots with Cope and get into the top 10. Darrell Waltrip has a Reflex. He needs a 5. Gets it. He's going to swap spots with Earnhardt. Wally Dallenbach has Reflex. He needs a 3. No. And that's the end of that challenge. And so now your top 5, Davey Allison, Rusty Wallace, Jeffrey Bodine, Kenny Schrader has worked himself way up to 4th, and Alan Kowicki. 6 turns to go. 3 is the middle group. 10 is going to be a Smart. So who's got the Smart? Bill Elliott has a Smart, so he's got a 5. He's going after car 1 with 4, and that's enough. So Elliott makes his way all the way to 2nd place. Terry Labonte is Smart. Needs a 4. He will get it. Going after car number 3 with a 1's not enough. Ernie Irvin's got 2 Smarts. So he needs a 5. Gets it. Going after car number 5 with a 1 is not enough. Second chance. He's got his 4. Going after car number 5 with a 1 is not enough. Ted Musgrave is Smart. He needs a 4. Gets it. He's going after car 5 with a 5. He will swap with Dick Trickle. Let's see. Ricky Rudd is Smart. He needs a 4. Gets it. Going after car 1 with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will swap out and get all the way up to 2nd place. Elliott falling back to 13th. Derek Cope is smart. He needs a 3. No. Dale Earnhardt is smart. He needs a 5. Gets it. Going after car 1 with a 2. That's not enough. And Wally Dallenbach is smart. He needs a 3. No. And so we're through lap 160. Wait. 20, 40, 60, 81, 21, 40. We're through lap 180. And your leader, Davey Allison, in the Texaco Havoline Ford, followed by Ricky Rudd, Jeff Bodine, Kenny Schrader, and Alan Kulwicki. 5 turns left. 3 is the middle group. 10 is Smart. So we're going to go Rusty Wallace, needs a 5. He gets it, going after car number 2 with a 4, and that'll be enough to knock Jeff Bodine back down. Rusty Wallace back up into 3rd place. We got Terry Labonte is smart, needs a 4. Gets it. Going after car 5 with a 1 will not be enough. Ernie Irvin has 2 smarts, 2 chances. Needs a 5. He gets a 6. Needs a 5, gets a 6. No luck for Irvin, 2 turns in a row now. Bill Elliott's smart. He needs a 5. Gets the 4, going after car 3, and he will knock him out with that 6. Take over Schrader's spot. He pulls up into 4th place. Derek Cope is smart, needing a 3. He gets it, going after car 2. With a 2 will not be enough to take Rusty Wallace out. Earnhardt is smart. He needs a 5. Gets it. Going after car 4 with a 1 will not be enough. Wally Dallenbach, smart with a needs a 3. Gets it. Going after car 4 with a 5 is enough, and he will swap spots with Kulwicki. He's up to 5th place. And so 184 in the lap, 16 laps to go. Allison still holds on, but Kulwicki has worked his way up into the top 5. One is the top group. 4, we got doubles, but 4 is reflex. So we got doubles. We're going to add a problem at the end. So let's start with reflex. Darrell Waltrip has reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. But a 2 will not be enough to take Allison out. You need a 6 to knock him out. Reflex. Wally Dallenbach needs a 3. He gets it, but a blue 3 is not enough. Bill Elliott needs a 5. Gets it, and that red 6. Elliott has worked his way all the way back up from the back end of the pack, from that pit violation back on lap 66 up to 1st place with a little over 10 to go. Rusty Wallace has reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it, but 2 will not shake out Elliott. Ricky Rudd needs 4, and he gets a 5. And so we're down to 12 laps. I was supposed to do a pit there. We're going to do it on the next turn. I was still getting into the race. So we've got 188 to 186. We see Bill Elliott take over the lead. All right, let's do the pit turn I was supposed to do. Oh, wait, we got a problem. So odd is going to be the lowest triangle, which is Jimmy Horton. And Jimmy with a 32. Loosen the turn into the bottom group, so he only falls back 1. All right, now we're going to do the yellow I was supposed to do, or the pit stop I was supposed to do. So green flag pit stops. It's going to be the top group. We're swapping 4 and 6. And we need to do fast pits. So, Dallenbach, fast pit needs a 6. Got it. Ted Musgrave, fast pit, needs a 6. No, got a 7. Waltrip needs an 8. Gets it. Allison needs a 10. Gets a 10. Rusty Wallace needs an 8. Gets an 11. Ricky Rudd needs an 8. Gets a 7. Bill Elliott, fast pit, needs a 10. Gets a 7. Let's reshuffle. All right, who's going to challenge coming out of the pit? Come on. Car number 4. Going to be with a 2. Elliott will hold him off. Dallenbach will take him over. And we have a new leader, number 16, Wally Dallenbach, driving that Keystone Ford. At lap 190, he's got 10 laps to go to see if he can hold off the rest of the pack. So coming through our group of green pit stops, Wally Dallenbach's in first, followed by Ricky Rudd, Davey Allison, Darrell Waltrip, and Bill Elliott. We've got 2 turns to go. 5 will be the bottom group, with a 5 meaning star quality, and then add a problem at the end of the turn. So 5 will be, or TV. So who's the TV? Well, we got Brett Bodine. He's going to need a 4. He gets it. Going after 5 even with a 4 will be more than enough. So Irvin's going to fall all the way back to about 24th. Jerry O'Neill is a star, a TV for the week. He needs a 2 with avoiding a 6. He gets it. Oh, he got triples. So triples, no more challenges. No challenge, we got to find the problem. So first, what's the problem? 65. Black smoke from under the hood, roll for repair. You're in E. Yeah, you're out. And so does not cause a yellow. So we can go to Mike Potter. Now Potter is a 3, but needs to avoid a 6. He hits the 3, going after car number 5 odd. With a 6, he will swap with Labonte. All right, and then we said we were going to have a problem at the end of the turn. The problem will stay in this group. So who's going to have the problem? 54 for the bottom group is car number 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There isn't any, so there is no problem. So we said that number 65, or on lap, let's see here, 195, number 65, black smoke, and he is out. So I'm assuming he blew his engine on lap 190. He will finish 32nd. And we are down to the last turn. 1 is the top. 8 is going to be control. So Dallenbach only has the 2 stars. A 3 or more gets him out. Who's got control? Ted Musgrave has control. He needs a 4. He gets it. He will knock Dallenbach out and take over first. First time he has seen the lead all race. And he started 27th. Now for him, control 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a 5 or a 6 blue to get him out. Control. Bill Elliott gets 2 shots at him. Here's a 5 for him. Yes, but a 3 will hold him off. He gets another shot. A 4 will get him, and he will knock him out. So Ted Musgrave falls out for Bill Elliott. Waltrip has control. He's got a 5. He gets it, and you need a 6 to get Elliott out. That's a 5. Waltrip will use his chip, and he will slide into first place here at the tail end of the race. Our pole leader is back in first, but he's got chips in front of him. Davey Allison with a control, needs a 5. He gets it. Can Waltrip hold him off? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he can't. And so Allison regains the lead. And with 1 lap to go, Ricky Rudd's coming after him. Rudd needs a 4. He gets it. Can Allison hold him off? He needs a 6. It's only a 4. Rudd challenges. Allison holds him off, and at the checkered flag, Davey Allison beats Rudd by a nose to win the 1992 Champion Sparkplug 500. And so the top 10 will be Davey Allison in that Abilene Texaco Ford. Second place will be the Chevy driven by Ricky Rudd. Third place, DW Darrell Waltrip. Good race for him, our pole leader. In fourth, Bill Elliott. In fifth, Ted Musgrave. Musgrave, like I say, he started 27th. Wally Dallenbach at 6th place. Where did Wally start? Wally started, where is your number 16? You started 31st. Rusty Wallace, he is in 7th place. 8th place will go to number 66, Jimmy Hensley. 9th place, Alan Kulwicki. 10th place, Dale Earnhardt. And so, that's your race. Thank you for following along. I am sure I messed some things up. I know I did a pit at the end there in the wrong spot. I hope I'm not messing up when I'm doing my problems. We did not have a single trouble in this race. To get trouble in this race, you need snake eyes. We did not have that. But I want to thank you for following along. If you like what you see here, please hit like or subscribe. If you've got some comments and I did something wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm still learning. I love this game. It's a lot of fun. Especially don't care for current NASCAR, but I love that old style before they change all the point systems. But yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks for watching Triple G Sports Replays.